Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we discuss all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Hump Day. It's Hump Day, y'all. Woo woo, we getting it through, guys. It is Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. So I hope you guys had a good hump day. I hope you're relaxing and enjoying the evening, or I guess it would be evening or afternoon, depending on what time zone you are. Hope your day was a good day. How was General Hospital for you today? How was that? Was GHGHN? I'm getting a lot of comments about people they're just not happy with the current course of General Hospital. And we know that there's been a big shift change in people that we're writing to what we have now, a whole entire actually new staff. Even Frank is new, and I hadn't even thought about that. I watch General Hospital because it brings back memories of me watching it with my grandma. Not just General Hospital, but like all the soaps, All My Children, One Life to Live, The Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful. I mean, we grew up with these. These were staple things in our families, and I think that's why I still watch it. Plus, I mean, it's something to take me away from the everyday life of things and to watch these crazy-ass rich people do some crazy-ass shit. But anywho, how was GH? Like I said, was it good for you guys today? Any thrills, chills? Can that creepy-ass Brennan please stay away from Donna? That's just my personal opinion. Okay, I understand, guys. But leave your comments in, and please like and subscribe if you like the content. Please like and subscribe. Moving along, we're gonna start it off with Alexis's place. Guys, does anybody care about Molly and the TJ thing? Does anybody care? Does anybody care that TJ's voice is really not being heard in the first few segments of Molly and Christina's conversation was basically supporting the fact that TJ's really not being heard? It's just really about Molly, and Molly's got to have a baby. And now Christina's got to give it. And of course, Alexis is like, I was so proud of Alexis because she was like, look, girl, and she kept it real. Because, of course, Christina's like, I'm prepared. Because, she put the face on for Molly. And even, I'm going to support you guys. And then Molly had to take a call and she had to go to court or a court case or something. And she turned to Christina and she's like, are you serious? Well, she didn't say that, but are you serious? Do you really know what you're getting yourself involved in? And of course, Christina was like, oh my God, you're accusing me of being impulsive. Toxic words. I don't want it in my life anymore. It doesn't represent my new truth. I'm sorry. But that's all I heard. And let's just set it real. Like, you don't really know anything. You think you know, but you ain't never been pregnant. You ain't never carried a baby in your stomach. You ain't never carried him in your stomach for 9 months. You ain't never did any of this. You've never had any of these experiences, so you cannot speak about what you know because you don't. And ain't no researching and diligently and all this other stuff you're talking about going to prepare you for what you're about to embrace. And you are going to change. And she's right. And I think it's the stupidest idea in the world. My suggestion would be to donate an egg. Let TJ and the egg do what it got to do. Well, you know what I mean, guys. And then they put it into a surrogate's body. But you ain't never had no baby before, girl. And you're going to go through this 9 months of carrying and hearing the heartbeat and the baby moving inside you and laying on your bladder and ruining your bladder. So every time you giggle, you pee on yourself. I'm just saying, I don't know. Anywho. And then you're going to have to give this kid up. And you're going to have to watch this child grow up with your sister and her husband. And that's biologically your kid that you carry. And you ain't never had no kids. And we all know how Christina is. So I'm with Alexis in her concerns about it, she did finally relent and says, okay, I support you and I love you and you are a grown woman and I got to stand by you no matter what you do, which is what truly what moms are supposed to do, regardless of, you know, as long as it's not life threatening. But she brought up some real shit to Christina. And I was thumbs up on it all. Because Molly really don't know what the hell she's getting herself involved into. But Christina doesn't either. And I don't think it's going to go well. Plus, I still don't think TJ, in fact, I ain't going to say I think, TJ don't want this mess. He do not want this mess. And preview say he going to say he don't want this mess. And this boy just lost a baby. And now he got to have a baby by somebody that's, I'm not saying anything is mentally wrong with Christina having a baby for her sister. I'm saying she has never had a baby and she's young, and it would be more intelligent if she just donated the egg. That's all you gotta do. Donate an egg. You don't gotta carry this baby for them. And I just find that I don't know. They're giving them a story. It's a whack story, but they're giving it to them. And I guess the drama will be TJ going back and forth about whether he wants this kid, you know, Christina, to be the surrogate, and he doesn't even want the baby. She's not even hearing him on that. And then when she was I don't want to talk about it because I just was like, come on, this is just so horribly written. We're gonna go over to Ava, honey, because Ava got her penthouse. She back at the penthouse. Nina's letting her lease it out. I remember whatever happened to Ava's old spot. Ava used to have her own spot at one time. It's probably the Nina's place. Who knows? Anyway, she's moved back in, and the movers have walked out, and she turns to grab her purse, and when she opens her purse, she sees an envelope. And in the envelope, it has her name scribbled like a 3-year-old, Ava. Almost had me thinking it was Char Jake. Just saying. And she opened it. Char did put a snake in Ava's purse, but anyway. She opened it up, and it was a picture of Austin shot. And what did the note say? Don't tell no one. Don't tell anyone. Oh, shit. Now she freaking the fuck out. And I honestly would, too. This is crazy. I just moved into this place, and it's in my purse. So Nina shows up to, like, say, rah, 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 you in your place, girl. And she sees Ava all panicked. She's like, okay, what the hell? And Ava shows her the car. And she's like, oh, my God, girl. Oh, my God. Nina don't belong in these kind of situations. She is, what do you call this? A high-risk. High-risks don't belong in thugs and thuggery and crazy shit like this. You know, she needs to be worried about like crimson takeovers or something. She should be doing, this is not Nina's forte, okay? Because the first thing she says is, let's call the cops. She do not belong with Ava and the Sunnies. We need to find her some real rich man that's going to love her crazy cuckoo ass for the rest of her life, because she does not belong in this type of atmosphere. Because this, first of all, she's always like, well, they were committing a crime. They were committing a crime. Girl, you married to a crime boss. What the fuck are you saying? And then you tell Ava, oh, call the police. Ava like, what the fuck? First of all, girl, I have no alibi. And I have nothing but motive to kill this motherfucker. And you want me to call the police? I'm just saying, some people need to be with their own people. And Nina is a high risk. She need to be with some rich, crazy person. Like, let's bring in a more mature, sexy looking Jax. Like you know, like Mr. Brennan. But if he wasn't Mr. Brennan, you know, somebody like, you know, successful, you know, and, you know, taking over he tries to take over Crimson. And she's like, oh, you can. And they go into this battle and then they fall in love. She just needs somebody more Nina. She don't belong in this gangster life, because she can't keep calling the police on people. Nina, you can't keep doing this. Anyway, where was I at? She's like, yeah, girl, I can't do that. They're going to arrest my crazy ass. And then Nina says, well, what about Cyrus? Or either Nina mentions Cyrus, or Ava mentions Cyrus. And then Cyrus, she's like, you can tell him that Cyrus is the one that murdered him. And I'm like, okay, this is another point that proves my fact that you are hanging around the wrong type of people. See, Nina, this is what your mama was worried about. This is what your mama was worried about, that you would end up hanging around the wrong kind of people and doing the dumbest shit. I mean, just imagine if Nina was still young. She'd probably have a couple of kids by Sonny. In fact, I think Donna brings it up. Maybe she could take up one of her. Does she even have eggs? I don't even know. Let me shut up. Trey, shut up. Because, yeah, she said Cyrus murdered Austin, but tell the police that. That's a fucking kind of crockiness. And shit. And Nina, and then, you know, Ava Jerome came to the picture, and she's front and center. And she said, this ain't no Cyrus. Cyrus had no reason to kill Austin. This is somebody that wants to torment me. Somebody that wants to make me miserable. Somebody that wants to drive me crazy and ruin my life. This is somebody that's, what did she say? She gave it words, that plays games and got the money to play games. This is Nicholas. And I had to sit back and be like, yeah, Ava, I can, that reads a lot. And then Nina says, well, isn't he somewhere in Europe doing Europe shit? And she's like, girl, this man got money. He could do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to drive me crazy, he could drive me crazy. But the only person that could be doing this kind of level of driving me crazy is Nicholas. And Ava now knows that it was most likely Austin that helped Nick come back. You know, she's adding all these up because, you know, Ava Jerome was coming back, honey. You know what I'm saying? And then Ava talks about their relationship and how it was all toxic and sick, but she loved it and he loved it and he didn't want to let her go. And in some way, she didn't want to let him go either. But then when she found out how fucked up he was, she really was trying to get away. And that's when he came back and tried to threaten to take Avery. And I'm like, girl, you Ava Jerome, you was just too caught up, okay? Because, please, girl, you should not let no Nicholas stir you up and he out here getting Esme pregnant. She's like, well, I think he got Esme pregnant. That was a good thing. Moving along. I'm being tormented, but this time I'm going to beat his ass at his own game. And I was like, okay. So Nina leaves, right? And Ava, I spy with my little eye an open cabinet that's cracked open. She opens it up and whoops, what is it? Nicholas is playing the big league. There's a gun in that bitch. And he said, and just in case you might need it, another note. Now, who's with me on saying that that's the gun that shot Mr. Austin? All hands? All hands? All hands with me? I can feel you guys' hands. They're all lifting up with me. Hey, all hands. Yeah, that was definitely the gun that shot Austin. Girl, Nicholas is in town, though, okay? Nicholas is in town and he's doing some messy shit. So there might be a chance that little Ace will get to see his daddy. Daddy might leave him a little teddy bear or something. Girl, I'm for it. I am for it. Okay? So then we, in between story, we got Sonny going to talk to Auntie Stella and Felicia about doing a big Christmas gift for the hospital programs. And little girl said, you're not Santa. And Felicia's like, oh, well, I didn't mean he was Santa, but he's like Santa because he's such a caring person. He's a criminal. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Don't leave me, subscribers. I am just joking, but yes, we do know he's a criminal. Anyway, and then him and Aunt Stella have a beautiful moment. He's talking about Mike, and he's still hurting about his daddy. Even though if his daddy was the one who told him to go home to Carly, but we gonna let that go. And guys, I don't want him and Carly getting back together. Sonny's like he 1,000,000 years old now. She needs a man who's young and vital. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I say it out loud? Anyway, that's basically what that was all about. Sonny's gift in the hospital, and Sonny misses his dad, which we all do. That was a very good story. Then we go over to Sam and Dante. And Dante's telling Sam about what he found in the locker and how he was dun 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 dun. I was checking it out. I was watching everything. I was about to pull a Glock on somebody. Sam's like, for real, baby? For real? And then what? And then basically, he tells her about the WSB document, how he's seen Anna's in there, and he starts going off to this tangent of acting like he doesn't trust Anna. And then, of course, you know how GH like to build up bullshit. And then Sam says, "Well, do you trust her?" He says, "Of course I trust her, but you know, we know when things happened 10 or 20 years ago, you tend to try to tell the different story." And Sam did bring up like you, but she should have said like us, because Sam has his Tariq. Okay? They both have his Tariq. Okay, so while they swinging the pole, I mean, Dante might be just a tad bit cleaner, but I'm sure there's some stuff still that him and Cody did when they were younger. They let that story drop. I hate they let that story drop, because they were building up this Dante had did something bad when he was in his youth. But anyway, at least I felt that's where they were going with that. That's why they brought Cody back. But anyway, Sam, on the other hand, really can't point no fingers nowhere. If she's pointing a finger, it's pointing right back at her. In fact, half the female characters on this show can't point a finger. So, he does tell her that he put the stuff in the safe deposit box, and she was like, "Well, why didn't you take a picture of it?" And he's like, "Cause WSB might try to hijack it from the Apple, whatever y'all call that, AirDrop or whatever. I don't know. I'm sorry, I have an Android. They'll be dogging me on my Android either. Talking about that's why her video be so bad." Let me see. I didn't lost my train of thought, guys. Oh, Dante does tell her about the unknown photo, and then he shows her the wallet, and Sam smartass sees the 21 numbers in that bitch. I like them two working together. I be worried about sometimes, but them two working together, they strong. I gotta give it to them. I like them too. And I see Sam's wearing her dark again. I guess she's getting back into her PI phase. Who knows? And then we move along to Adam singing in the hallway, surprised that somebody heard him singing. And Trina and them are like, "Well, you were singing in the hallway. Why are you surprised?" He's like, "Because nobody's ever here on this time. So you always sing in the hallway?" "Yeah, the acoustics. Well, come and sing for us." "Yeah." And then they all sit and listen to Adam sing his beautiful music. And Christina's like, and Tatiana's like, "Okay, what's going on? Okay, what is going on here?" The teeny bot. I love these. First of all, I love these two characters. I love these actresses. They really work well together. I know not everybody's a Josh and Trina fan, and they think that Josh and Trina are not the greatest friends, but I think they are. I think they go through what a lot of young women go through at their age, and I like them. I think they're cute. And they're beautiful girls, and I like the storyline. I don't care about it, but I like to see the young people coming up. That's gonna be the ones that's gonna be doing this show pretty soon. Gonna be these crazy heifers. So anyway, somehow, some way, they start to talking to him about leaving the doctorhood when they go to lunch, because Trina said, "Let's go have lunch together." She just all about inviting Adam along. I'm just joking. And anyway, so and then they go have burgers, and Trina's like encouraging him that he don't need to be a doctor, and that he needs to live his own life, and he needs to go pursue music if this really is the thing that decompresses him and makes him feel so good, like he was saying. That sums that up. We gonna move along to. I'm sorry, guys. Was that wrong? But I think that was it. If I missed out on some of that, please, drop in the comments and get on me later. Girl, you could have did better with that. I'm sorry. Moving along, we're going to talk about Mr. Brennan creeping up on Carly and Donna. Now, this was cute when it was just Carly, but now you ain't going to be creeping up on no kids, Mr. Brennan. I just felt like, ooh, I don't know. I don't want him snatching up Donna. Take Willow and her kids. Okay, I did not mean that. God forgive me. But now he knows what's important to Carly, because Carly was running her damn mouth. But anyway, so we're at the park, and Lily just got through playing soccer, and Carly's complimenting on her how good she looked on the field, and little Donna's like, "Mom, it's kind of pitch, not a field." And Carly's like, "Gotcha, girl. Sassy like your mama, girl." and your daddy. And Donna's like telling her mom about this curveball kick that her coach showed her that she's been practicing on, and she does the kick and the ball goes some funny, and she puts her little hands on her hip. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to curve. She is freaking cute, okay? That's all I want to say. That child is adorable. And of course, who catches the ball? Mr. Brennan. With his fine ass. He fine, guys. I'm sorry. That man is fine. I hate that he's the bad guy. But anyway. So then Carly's like, it's okay. You just got to keep practicing. And Carly introduces Miss Donna to Mr. Brennan. Like, this is the guy who saved the ball. That got it out of the bushes. And Donna's like, hi, Mr. Brennan. And then they're, what is it? Hot chocolate. Once she works the same, discusses. Oh, they start discussing about, you know, they're talking about him running. And, oh, you're running. And, oh, they're swimming. And all the little area where there's a complex where you can go do all these fun fact things at Port Charles that no one knew that Port Charles had. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. And Donna's like, oh, I want some hot chocolate. And Mr. Brennan's like, how about I treat you to some hot chocolate, you know, for me ordering and dashing. And Carly's like, oh, okay. How, like, when did Carly become so friendly? When did Carly become so friendly? But anyway, I mean, he is fine, so. Moving along, they drink their hot chocolate, and little Donna goes running off to practice and leaves her chocolate there to get cold. Hilarious. And, he's prying into Carly's life, and he's a PI. He's a WSB guy. He's used to, and he's interrogating her without interrogating her. So she's basically telling her strengths, her weaknesses, the things that are most important to her. And by time she gets back to asking him about him, because all she's been doing is talking about her family, her job, all the things that are her children, all the things that are important to her. He's been basically leading her for info about who she is, because he's an intelligence officer, and that's what intelligent officers do. This man is primal, okay? And getting her to talk all about her, but if you haven't noticed, he has not hardly said anything about him, but just, you know, about him being a spy and having to unalive her if she, you know, goes any further with the questioning that she was questioning him about. And by the time it was her turn to start questioning him, which is probably what she was trying to do anyway, because Carly's always got an alternative motive to her discussing stuff with strangers. Donna comes up talking about her cocoa's cold, and Carly's like, well, that's because it's time to go home because it's cold out here, girl. So let's go. So I think that about sums it up, because Mr. Brennan watches them go away, and then this eerie music plays as they're leaving, and I'm like, ugh, don't hurt this baby girl, because this honey really gonna kill you. I mean, it's bad enough if you go after Carly, but Donna. Moving along, so that's the wrap up. If I missed anything, guys, please leave it in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. I did better today, guys, in my timing. I'm going to do better tomorrow. Once again, like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. You have a fabulous, fabulous night. See you tomorrow. Mwah.